Ah, yes, humans. We build civilizations, conquer space, and create machines to destroy or to pleasure.
I'm not upset with y'all because I know you're mentally ill.
Get hooked on weird, freaky stuff. Welcome to the chaotic history of addiction, where we find out how we've turned vices into full-blown industries and somehow survived to laugh about it. If you have been living under a rock, no, not just a rock in Bikini Bottom. You know, addictions are getting more and more intense, some resulting in some addictions that some might not even know. And if the only addiction that you know is chocolate in society, oh boy, ever heard of Dionysus, the Greek god of wine? Turns out ancient humans were already pros at partying. Archaeologists discovered evidence of alcohol production dating back 9,000 years. People were fermenting anything they could find. Grapes? Sure. Honey? Why not? Corn? Let's get weird. And it wasn't just booze. Ancient cultures loved experimenting. Egyptians were all about that blue lotus high. China figured out tea was a vibe, and caffeine would keep them awake for all that dynastic drama. The first clear signs of addiction came in the form of ritualistic use. While some substances were used for spiritual ceremonies, people quickly figured out they felt really, really good. In ancient Sumeria, opium was called the joy plant, and it wasn't hard to see why. Imagine your ancient ancestor trying alcohol for the first time and thinking, wow, this makes the hunting stories way funnier. Now to the Renaissance, where Europe discovered caffeine and sugar. Coffee houses became the original Wi-Fi spots. Except instead of scrolling Instagram, people debated politics while aggressively caffeinated till their heart rate was so fast that they could see red colors as green. Sugar? Forget about it. Entire economies and wars revolved around the sweet stuff. This was humanity's first sugar high, and it hit hard. Wealthy families even commissioned elaborate sugar sculptures for feasts because addiction but make it fancy was a thing. But somehow, tobacco made its way in Europe, thanks to explorers bringing it back from the Americas. It didn't take long for smoking to become fashionable, especially among nobles who believed tobacco had medicinal properties. I could imagine Leonardo da Vinci tweaking out on the stuff with too much coffee, mumbling, "This Mona Lisa smile, oh shit, why does she have 3 faces?" The Industrial Revolution, the birth of modern factories, urban life, and the opioid epidemic. Victorians had snuff and pipes for days. Here's where it gets wilder. Doctors actually recommended cigarettes. Yep, in the early 20th century, cigarette ads featured doctors saying things like, "More doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette." Back then, smoking wasn't seen as a health hazard. It was a health recommendation. Doctors believed cigarettes could calm nerves and improve digestion. Talk about bad advice. On the drug front, cocaine was making waves. Originally used as a surgical anesthetic, it found its way into tonics, medicines, and even Coca-Cola. Yep, the original recipe of Coca-Cola literally had cocaine in it. No wonder people loved it so much. You've been there, grabbing an energy drink for an all-nighter, except now imagine it's 1886 and your energy drink has literal drugs in it. Progress? Today's addictions have evolved. Social media? That infinite scroll is digital dopamine. Fast food? Addictive by design. Gaming? The only time you willingly spend 12 hours building a house you'll never live in. Cigarettes went from doctor-approved to public enemy number 1. But by then, they had already hooked millions. Addiction isn't just about substances. It's about our brains chasing that next hit of dopamine, whether it's from sugar, screens, or that weirdly satisfying feeling of popping bubble wrap. The key? Balance. And maybe not putting literal Coke in soda anymore. So next time you're scrolling TikTok at 2 a.m. or ordering your 3rd coffee of the day, just remember, you're not alone. Humanity's been riding this addiction roller coaster for thousands of years. At least now, we've got memes.